but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 32 that time. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Throwing on first is McCown. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And they're going to go soft on the corners. McCown throwing on second. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They start the drive with Cook. He finds an opening past the 40, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now Keenum throwing on second. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Muhammad Wilkerson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Shotgun snap for Keenan. A dump down to McKinnon. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
To throw is McCown. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Ryan Robinson with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Sherrills to return it. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now come the Vikings. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot?
Latavius Murray, 30, 20, touchdown, Vikings. Latavius Murray, 73 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A dump off to Forte. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. On first and 10, here's McCown. Airing one deep for Curse. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. A good pickup there of 22. And now a first down following that long gain. Again, it's McCown. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. McCown will try again on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. The Jets on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Working from the gun, McCown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Again, it's Murray. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Third and long. It's Keenum. And this is going to be incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So the D-line's going to spread out. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Following the penalty, it's Forte. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. 4 yards remaining now on second down. To throw, it's McCown. Safarian Jenkins has it. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Terrence Newman with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin able to drop him for a loss of 4. The Jets on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14. Throwing now is McCown. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is fielded at the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Big play there. Taking it in. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.